Our country's lived through a time of torment. It's now a time for healing. We want to have faith again. We want to be proud again. We just want the truth again. It's time for the people to run the government and not the other way around.
The 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, has died at the age of 100. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Buckner. According to the Carter Center, the former president passed away this afternoon in Plains, Georgia. The organization shared back in February of 2023, the former president entered home hospice care. A few months later, the family shared that former First Lady Rosalind Carter was diagnosed with dementia. She passed away in November of last year. The former president made his more than 4 decades in retirement a remarkable second act dedicated to philanthropy and faith. As Christian Benavidez reports, the nation's 39th president faced several health challenges in his later years, but pressed on with a joyful spirit.
Former President Jimmy Carter marked a century in 2024, celebrating his 100th birthday with family in Plains, Georgia, at a backyard military flyover honoring his service in the Navy. Almost a year earlier, he said goodbye to his beloved wife of 77 years, Rosalind, draped in a blanket embroidered with their images. The former peanut farmer turned governor of Georgia was elected president in 1976. His one term in office saw the highs of negotiating the Camp David Accords, bringing peace between Egypt and Israel, and the lows of the Iranian hostage crisis. After leaving office, his human rights and social welfare campaigns helped earn him the Nobel Peace Prize. For decades, he built houses with Habitat for Humanity.
Morning, everybody.
And drew national crowds to his Sunday school classes. Late in life, he battled a series of medical challenges, including cancer, a broken hip, and surgery to relieve pressure from bleeding on his brain. The longest-living former president spoke to churchgoers about his own mortality.
I didn't ask God to let me live, but I just asked God to give me a proper attitude toward death. And I found that I was absolutely and completely at ease with death.
To the end, Carter led a life of public service that impacted and inspired millions. Christian Benavidez, CBS News.
Through the Carter Center, the former president traveled the world advocating for human rights, work he called gratifying, adventurous, and unpredictable. And tonight, reactions from current and former Arkansas officials are pouring in. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson mentioned how Jimmy Carter will be remembered for his compassion, his servant heart, and his long post-presidency record. Current Arkansas U.S. Senator Tom Cotton says Carter led a remarkable century-long life from the peanut farm to the White House. Representative French Hill commented as well, saying President Carter lived the American dream from the Naval Academy to the White House. His post-presidency life of service is an example to all citizens. And former Governor and President Bill and Hillary Clinton weighed in to say they're mourning Jimmy Carter's passing and give thanks for his long and good life that was led by his faith. And that's just few of several reactions from here in Arkansas and around the country. You can head over to our website, thv11.com, for more on the life and legacy of President Jimmy Carter.
Hello again and happy Sunday. I hope you were able to enjoy today, the sunshine we saw, those milder temperatures after a rainy start to the weekend. Now that storm system that was responsible for all the rain and severe weather, not just across Arkansas, but much of the South in general, is off across the East Coast or just off the East Coast now. So we're seeing some pretty quieter conditions. There is a little bit of rain between the Kentucky and Tennessee area, but the rest of the South right now, quiet this evening. We do have a few passing clouds in the natural state, but things again are fairly sunny, fairly quiet as the sun is starting to set. Now overnight there will be some clouds developing, maybe even a little bit of fog developing as those winds start to calm down just before sunrise. But once that fog dissipates into the afternoon, expecting partly sunny skies again with highs in the middle to even some upper 60s possible. Now cool down is on the way just in time for 2025. Your full 7-day outlook is coming up in just a few.
In a THV 11 update, holiday travelers are still on their way to their next destination this holiday season, which also means some long lines at airports around the country.
It's a little bit crowded, but I mean, I'll get through it.
Get there early and stay updated on check your apps and stuff.
Nationwide, the TSA expects to screen nearly 40 million passengers from December 19th through January 2nd, a 6% increase from a year ago. Bad weather also complicated things Thursday in certain parts of the country, and even here in Arkansas Saturday. And for those traveling on the ground, experts believe Arkansans shouldn't see a sudden surge in gas prices in the next week or so. AAA reports the current statewide average for a gallon of regular unleaded is around $2.63. A spokesperson says this is a time of relative stability for gas prices, so no wild swings are anticipated in the short term. Arkansas drivers are paying the third lowest prices in the country, behind Oklahoma and Mississippi. The national average is around $3.04 per gallon. One of the great things about the holidays is learning of all the amazing acts of kindness and folks giving back to those in need. With the help of social media and the hearts of generous people, this Christmas, 2 families had a holiday they will never forget. THV 11's Maya Ellison spoke to the woman who made it all possible.
You would think you think everybody has those things until you see somebody who doesn't.
The holidays, a time where families come together and people get into the season of giving. Just ask Lauren Dougal. She decided to make someone else's Christmas bright with the help of social media.
I was just scrolling through Facebook one night and I saw a post where there was a family in Sheridan who was struggling. So I went to the group and I posted anonymously and I just said that there was a family close to me in need.
What Lauren didn't plan for was the number of women coming together to give.
There were like 5 women who commented and said that they wanted to help. So I got together with them online and they told me that they bought gifts for the kids.
And on Christmas morning, these smiling faces received a Christmas they'll never forget. But their giving didn't stop there. Taking to social media to thank the ladies who helped out this holiday, she received another message. That's when more and more hands came together.
One of the ladies in Little Rock actually helped me provide a meal for one of the families, a Christmas meal.
That family shared with Lauren what their Christmas looked like on Wednesday morning. Wrapped presents underneath the tree provided by strangers who had the heart to help this holiday.
I learned that people are good. There's still good people out there who are willing to help families that are in need.
Thank you, Maya. Lauren shared that people even offered to donate money to go towards each family's gifts. President-elect Donald Trump suggested the U.S. should take ownership and control of Greenland. Coming up after Simone's forecast, we'll share if that's even possible.
Speaking of my forecast, the next couple of days are going to be dry. That next opportunity for rain isn't until the end of next weekend. Your detailed 7-day outlook is coming up after the break at 5:43.